We are officially live. Welcome everyone to the Friday Live brought to you by the Hood. I'm your host as always. My name is Jimmy and I got my partner Corey with me. Corey, what's up, good brother?
Man, I'm living La Vida Loca, bro. What's going on with you, man?
Everything's good, man. Shout out to everybody listening to the audio replay of this episode.
I just
Shout out
dropped
to
my
those
phone.
who are late because I know people always coming late. Corey, you okay with it, man? It sound like you still in Houston and stuff flying around, bro.
No, man, I dropped my phone again, man. Something's going on.
Yeah, you must subconsciously want a new phone or something. You keep throwing your phone to the ground, man. Yo, for
Yeah,
those that are tuning in live, man, I see people pulling up right now. Let us know who's here. You know what I mean? Who's here with us live? What's going on, good people? We are going to be here for a short time. We got a couple things to talk about, as you see the title of this episode. We're going to do our Bitcoin giveaway as always, and just chop it up with y'all. Anna's in the building. And it says, "Howdy from the great state of Texas." Shout out to Texas. Texas is in the building. Whoa,
Texas in the
my phone
building.
going on. Who's it? Yo, side note, man. I got Corey. You heard me complaining last weekend, man. I got that 16 finally came in, so I'm Gucci
Okay.
with I ain't got no more smoke for Apple right now, man. They finally sent my new
they
come out.
sent you your product, so everything
Yeah, they
good
sent me my
now.
16, so I really just want the USB-C, but it is what it is. Let's see what else, man. Noble's in the building. What's up, Noble? Brittany's here. What's up, Brittany? Vidon's in the building from VA. Lorraine is here. Lorraine, how are you? Lorraine won our Bitcoin giveaway last week. Shout out to Lorraine.
Why,
Florida
yo,
is in the building. What's good,
I don't
Ray?
know why. I think the whole state of Florida should move right now, man, because y'all getting
Ray, how
crushed
are
up
you?
here.
Like, how are you making out with everything going on? In the world with the weather and all that, man. Checking in with everybody because I saw some craziness on the internets this week. So I just want to make sure everybody's okay, man. So Ray, how are you specifically? Because you just said Florida's in the building, so I want to check in, make sure everybody's in good health and whatnot. Core, how was your week though, bro? The kids drive you crazy this week? How was your week?
It's not the kids never drive me crazy, man. That's the one thing about doing this job. I never had an issue with the kids.
It's
It's
the adults.
always every single time, broski. So, working in the school systems, you see how systems work, man. Like they not built for the kids at all, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, man. Like so,
Yeah, man.
I'm working with a group of kids, um, where some of them are near grade level, and some of them are just way behind. I'm not even going to describe how far behind, but so far
Mhm.
behind that they need their own class. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All
So
right. So Ray says that South Florida was unaffected for the most part. He's blessed, man. Well, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad all is well, Ray. Shout out to our brother Ross Hassan, man, who just sent me a message, and it was a dope message. He was saying thank you for the real estate classes that we had gave him in the NDC. He just copped a multifamily property, and he's excited about it, man, based on some of the knowledge that he picked up, man. So shout out to our brother Ross Hassan, man. Lorraine says facts. All Floridians should just move. Yo, my cousin's in the building. What's up, Shiz? Sean is in the
you
building. What's good, Sean? Good to hear from you, cousin. Chas. Oh, Dr. Chas is with us. Dr. Chas was
what's
really
going on,
good.
Dr.
I used
Chaz?
to Chas. I kind of fell back from social because I've been putting in that real work, but I ain't talked to Chas in a minute, man. Always good to see Chas. I still be lurking though. I ain't going front. I still be lurking on Facebook, but I don't get into some of the crazy debates, man. And it's funny. I was talking to Kamari yesterday about this specifically. How you can stay off of socials for a while. You go on and you see like some of the conversations that are taking place. You like, let me jump off here again, man. Like
Immediately.
I yeah, I haven't been on there in a while, and I went on this week, and they were talking about like why Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't sue Jaguar, and I'm like, y'all having this a real conversation? I'm like,
It's a
yeah.
presidential. It's a presidential election in like 2 months, like a month and a
Y'all
half.
talking about Jaguar,
It's,
but
it's,
anyway.
it's a presidential election, and y'all worried about why Jay Wright ain't getting in court for all the crazy stuff. Like, listen, man. Even if it's 100% true, everything that she says, some of this stuff is none of our business. You know what I mean? Like, some of this. All right, so there's gay rappers. We already knew that.
Yeah.
Like, there's gay everybody. You know what I mean? Like, so what? Like,
Listen,
who
man, I'm
cares?
just
Like,
yeah, it's just interesting to see some of the things that are discussed on. That's just an example. It's not the only example, man. But I realized something too, man. I realized something when I was watching that Vince McMahon documentary on Max. Well, no, it was on Netflix. I'm sorry, it wasn't Max. It was Netflix.
yo, Vince is a genius, bro.
But I also realized through that how, like, whether people know it or not, how he's affected just like the world in general. It's bigger than just pop culture. Um, with his storytelling and kind of how he frames things, it's kind of affected everything to the point where people just take sides and you're this or that, and it's really about, again, storytelling and distraction. People look for that distraction, right? I know. Shout out to my homie Brent. He used to always say, "Man, wrestling is like my soap operas." I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
He'd be like, "Yeah, I watch wrestling." I'm like, "You a grown man?" He said, "Yeah, but it's like my soap operas, right? It's a distraction from everything else." And what I realized too is, people want to be distracted. So on one hand, I'm like, I'm not, of course I'm judgy because we're all judgy. But then on the other hand, I kind of understand it too, right? Because when you start to like take a step back and look at real issues affecting the world, whether that's global politics, whether that's local politics, whether that's what's going on with our education system, whether that's what's going on with our food system, whether that's what's going on in the legal world, like it's tough to deal with some of that stuff. So as opposed to dealing with it, some people would just rather be distracted by celebrity gossip and what's going on. So when I think about it that way, I go from being judgy to feeling like, I don't want to say sad, but just like sorry for people because I kind of understand that. Like, yo, while I'm here on this planet, let me not even deal with these big issues. Worry about what Jaguar is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know I don't want to deal with that. So
yeah.
it's just an interesting
The
thing.
world is a heavy place, and people be looking to put that down. Sometime I get it, but on the
Yeah,
other side,
yeah,
like, I don't know if I know that. Like, social media put me in a, you know what I mean, put me in a real weird, because I don't need to know some of the stuff that y'all be distracted by. Like, to be like, all right, you know what I mean? Because I got my own distractions. You know what I mean? Besides my kids and my
no,
job
but I
and
have a love hate relationship for, like, it's not all bad because I've made connections and friends on social media that I wouldn't have met otherwise. I've been able to learn things that I probably would have never learned. So there's a negative. It's like everything else, right? It's what you take
yeah.
from it. It's what you
I
take from
can't
it, man.
I can't make myself do it. Like, I used to be on social media probably 10 hours a day. I might have been on social
Yeah.
media 10 hours in the last 6 months.
Hey, listen, progress. That's progress. I used to tell Corey write full paragraphs like cussing people out. I'm like, dog, stop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you detoxed a little bit.
I
All right,
still,
let me get
you know,
all right. Let's see. The brain says 25 days to the election, hashtag priorities. Universe Trip. Can you tell us what digital wallet you use? Can you post the links? All right, I could do that. As a matter of fact, Universe Trip, if you shoot me an email, hood LLC, by the hood LLC at gmail.com, or shoot me an inbox at by the hood or at JW the Blueprint or anything, I can show you specifically what I use. I can't post the links right here because I don't just have them sitting here. But I'll tell you what I use. I use cold storage for pretty much all of my wallets. So there really is no link to that per se. I can give you a link to where you buy it. I use the cold card is one of the wallets I use, and I also use what's called Foundation, the Foundation Passport. So those are my cold storage solutions. I have a couple other cold wallets that I use generally for testing out. I don't use ledgers. I don't use Trezors. I don't use anything that allows something other than Bitcoin. I use Bitcoin only wallets. But I'm always testing out different stuff. I was just talking to Omar who got the Bit Key, and he was showing me work. So I'm gonna test that as well. But my main are the Foundation Passport and the Cold Card. Are my main cold storage solutions. Like I do got some stuff on hot wallets just there, like a truck. I don't need too much of nothing on there. You know what I'm saying? And I also have it set automatically when it gets to 0.01 Bitcoin, it automatically transfers to cold storage. But anyway, so yeah, but if you shoot me a message, I can, give you more specific information, pictures, links, and things of that nature. But that's what it is. Cold card and the foundation passport are my two. I'm not saying that. Well, actually, matter of fact, I will say that. I'll tell you my favorite. Out of those two, I think out of all the wallets I've ever tested, the best one I've ever used is the foundation passport. They're not paying me to say that, although they should be paying me because I say it all the time. But I love their product. And I like it for a lot of reasons because I can use one wallet, one seed phrase, and I can put as many separate wallets as possible. And why that makes a difference to me is if I'm saving to say buy a property, I could put that in a separate wallet from, emergency money. Or if I'm saving for anything specific, I can kind of segregate that out, but all with one seed phrase on one wallet. Anywho, let me move on because I'll be in my bag for a while talking about that.
That's why you got baby. I'm in my bag.
That's why you got to check out Stack Sats trying our Bitcoin only show that's on our YouTube channel. We dropped one episode per week this past week. Another episode. Got feedback from to watch it, which is appreciated. Oh, we got the legend in the building, Erica. What's good, Erica? Folks, they do. Wrestling is a culture. Says you can't. My internet tripping right now. Am I freezing?
No, man. You crossing over right now, man. Like you ready to go to the upper room as far as
it's freezing. I said I'm freezing. You crossing over. All right, so let me get to some of these comments then, man. Internet tripping, man. I'm still waiting for my files over here at the new spot. You can't put it down 95% of the day in life. I mean, you can't. It's funny because we're in this place with the internet. I mean, the internet, social media, where like you kind of gotta have a presence because that's how people communicate. It's almost like the number one form of communications. You know what I'm saying? So, cook on my internet. My internet is trash right now. That's because I just moved, y'all, and I don't have my files set up yet. Yo, so I just moved and we don't have files set up yet because they gotta like actually dig and do all the nonsense that they got. So Comcast was trying to like hit me up and do an interim joint, but right now I'm on something even worse than that. I probably should go get Comcast until the files finishes doing what they gotta do with they building and all that.
They gotta get permissions. Jimmy he done faded out. His internet took him out of there. Got him out of there. So yeah, so
all right, let's see if it's better now, Core. Can you hear me now?
Good.
Yeah, what I was saying is like my files ain't in yet because I'm in a new spot. So they said they gotta go underground and like set it up fully. So I'm on some like BS internet until then. Actually, I'll tell you exactly, Omar. I got that T-Mobile internet right now.
Yo, so that joint worked pretty decent, man. I had that joint. I had that joint when I was in Texas, man. That joint it was better than. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Well, Texas internet is trash then because that T-Mobile was better than the one like from the company down there.
The best internet I've ever had is Fios. Like Fios be getting busy, but Fios.
I can't lie on Fios. Fios is that fire.
But Fios they like go underground and like so they told me that because it was a new construction, like the property was new construction, all that the infrastructure is not there. So they got to come out and do all that. So I've been waiting on them, like to get that done, literally for a couple months at this point. So I'm on like my interim internet right now until they get that
interim internet.
Yeah, so Comcast was like, "Yo, we can give you something." I was like, "But I'm going with Fios." They was like, "What about until then? We can give." I'm like, "Nah," because I didn't want them like putting holes in my wall and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
because they will come chop your joint all up.
Yeah, they come chop me up, put a hole in my wall and all that. I'm cool, Comcast. So
and then like expect you to like hand them like find somebody in person to hand back the equipment when you're ready to give it. Like I'm like, man, if you don't get out of here and come get this damn equipment the same way you brought it.
So right now I'm gonna ride out with the mid internet until I get my files, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, definitely I was in the Matrix. I apologize, y'all. You gotta. I'll be cool. I'll be cool soon. K Diggy's in the building. What's up, K Diggy? What else we got? She's talking about that Comcast internet. It's sad that's the case unless they are paraplegic. Yeah. A new place that explains why Jimmy isn't in the red dungeon. Oh no. Yeah. That's the old space. Yeah, I got it bright and light in here, man. And side note, that the red dungeon is a red dungeon. I tried that at the crib. The other crib, I would just try different paints. Like if you go back through our YouTube channel, you see like, all right, he painted again. I will put all kinds of crazy paints. Yeah, so I'm in a new spot right now. Shout out to my brother Corey and Kamari, man. We was all over here last week chopping it up, working on some new stuff we got coming. Pause. Texas got this Google Fiber. Interesting. How is the Google Fiber? I don't know anyone. Like, I mean, is that what you use, Erica? Google Fiber? How is Google Fiber even in? And I don't know. Is Google Fiber in Philly, Core?
I haven't even heard of Google Fiber.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
No, I'm talking about here in Texas for sure. I heard it. I'm talking about here.
All right. So Ann says Xfinity's big down there. Yeah, we got Xfinity. Ray Gun with the super chat. Ray Gun, appreciate you as always.
Appreciate you always, man.
Salutations, man. Hope all is well with you. Metro PCS internet over there. No. I got the real T-Mobile. T-Mobile at home. That's what they call it. T-Mobile at home.
She says you got that Chaps, not the Ralph Lauren. You got.
Yeah, I know. I got Ralphie. I mean, it's still trash. Let's keep it.
Got the Chaps.
It's still trash, but you know,
it is. I'm just saying. I know we used to dog people that used to wear the.
It's Chaps, crazy though, because I've been with T-Mobile as a cell customer so long that they literally gave me the joint. Like, here, take it. I'm like, well, I'm turning this back in once I get my files, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she said it's lit, the Google Fiber. I gotta see if that's even in Philly. I don't even know if they're in Philly. I have Metro PCS my cell phone that's legit. Metro PCS is like through AT&T or T-Mobile now, ain't it? Like all them like smaller joints got bought up.
No,
like
Metro PCS got bought by T-Mobile.
Oh, T-Mobile. I know Boost got bought. Metro, all them small joints.
Yeah, all of them joints is subsidiaries, man.
Google Fiber, there's some government contractors running around. Yeah, Google Fiber. I gotta see it. I'm took this Google Fiber in Philly, man. Because maybe if Verizon,
Comcast and Verizon got this city on.
They do. They got it on. It's everybody in the city got one or two. They either got Comcast or like Verizon. It's like literally nothing else.
Yeah, they got this city in the chokehold, bro. I don't know if anybody else can get their foot in here right now.
Because I know when Google Fiber started, it was only, I think Texas is one of the first places they went to.
Yeah.
All right, so we go. Fiber internet availability near you. Let's see. You got to put an address in. It says Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, and Idaho. Nebraska, blah, 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 Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Nevada. They're still not everywhere yet. And nope, no Pennsylvania. So no, they are not here yet. All right, so there we go. Now I know why. They're not in Philly yet. All right, so see, Anthony, and salute. Basically, a new batch of small ones in testing. They use the same network. Oh, okay, got you. All right, yeah. So they're not even in Philly yet because I was definitely gonna give them a play if they was. See if Google Fiber can get out here, but they're not. So now I see why Verizon and Comcast got the whole city on lock. AT&T had Austin on lock, and then Google Fiber was like government billion coming through. Yeah, but y'all would have Spectrum, Time Warner.
No, that's a Southern thing, man.
Yeah, I don't know why you would think that though. I think Comcast corporate headquarters is in the city.
Yeah, so Comcast is literally in the city. Like
Comcast is a Philadelphia company.
Yeah,
they're a Philadelphia company. They're Brian Roberts, the founders and all that. The Roberts family. There,
Optimum is what I was talking about, and that is hot garbage.
Chad said Optimum was cool, dog.
It's hot garbage, son.
Listen, man, I want to read y'all a quick article, man. That's the title of the show, by the way. It's Fake Financial Advisors. I'm gonna tell you why. It's funny because I don't know if the algorithm must be feeding you stuff when you write something up there, man. I just was on Instagram looking at what's the young man's name? Julian Gordon. He was going off on Jay Morris, and I was like, oh, see, I just saw this on the internet too. The financial folks beef. But I say all that to say, let me get to this article. This article is very interesting to me because Time Warner in Buffalo. The term Buffalo, I didn't even realize had a different meaning. I'll get back to that after I read this article, man, because I want to talk about a couple books that I'm reading. But let me share this article. Corey, let me know if it's showing on the screen.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. All right. So the title of this article says, I thought I had done my research. An Atlanta woman loses $120,000 of her life savings to a fake financial advisor. Fears for her future after only managing to recover $5K. And here are some of the warning signs. So this Atlanta woman, she's going by Yvonne, wanted to give herself a pseudonym. Prior to the scam, she prided herself on common sense and research skills. Her family will be the first to tell you that she's the go-to person, but she lost $120,000. It says she trusted a person who appears was registered, licensed, and allegedly worked for a company that she recognized, which was Fidelity. She thought she had done her research that she told us to the news outlet. This money was a lifetime of work, her future. All right, let me take a quick stop right here. A lot of people don't realize that, like, your money is a representation of the time that it took you to gather that up, right? So money is literally is time and energy. So when people have their life savings taken, it's always sad to me because that's literally your time and energy. All right, back to the article. After calling FINRA to double check if the investor was legitimate, Yvonne sent the finance professional house, ACH. And over the next few weeks, she received messages from the supposed advisor showing her that her crypto investment was growing. But when she went to cash out, everything went south. So this is a case of stolen identity. When she was ready to withdraw her money after seeing a significant growth, the scammer insisted she pay taxes on her investment gains or risk legal action. They then directed her to create an account on crypto.com to submit the payment, and she complied. This was followed up with another message asking for additional funds for taxes, then another message insisting she pay thousands of dollars for an international business permit certificate. What? All in crypto. There's so many red flags here. By that point, she sent multiple payments totaling more than $120,000, her entire life savings, and then the person disappeared. She later learned that the Fidelity financial advisor was legitimate, but someone had stolen their identity and was using it to defraud unsuspecting clients. Ouch. She was able to recover $5,000 of her initial investment, which was sent through ACH payments. The rest she sent via crypto is gone. In this situation, she took the right initial steps. She researched a financial advisor, verified their credentials, yet she still lost all of her savings. So, wow. According to the FTC, consumers lost $4.6 billion to investment scams alone just in 2023. Data from Statista also revealed seniors specifically reported more than $1.2 billion in losses solely from investment scams. So that's a surge from 98 million disclosed in 2020. Whew, man. Anyway, before investing your money, research the finance professional's credentials. If possible, ask for an in-person meeting so you can chat face-to-face. If that's not feasible, call the company directly to verify the advisor's identity. And when sending money, always use established payment methods like ACH that offers protections. Many scammers will often ask you to pay in a specific way, such as a certain payment app or wire transfer. Core, what are your first thought when you hear this, right? That she did her research, she called, and they verified that this was a financial professional. But come to find out, you know, that person had their identity stolen by somebody else.
Damn. Like, damn, yo, like her whole life, she was very careful, and she was trying to be careful with this and just got caught up. Like, first of all, I am not making no payments in crypto to nobody that I don't know. I'm not doing it. I'm not making no payments in crypto to somebody I can't. Like, I'll make payments in crypto to Jim because I know who Jim is. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then, because the thing is, if I can't call your phone, you're not getting no crypto payment from me. Like, so if I can't, like, physically call you, like, bing, 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 am I supposed to be sending this crypto? All right, cool. If I can't do that, you're never getting no crypto from me. You
I
will
think
get
at
it.
that. I think so. Here's the thing. I was watching a piece of content we shot a while ago. It was me and Kamari talking, and we were talking about um about people that get scammed, and a lot of time we talk about the greed of the scammer, but not the scammy. A lot of times people get scammed because they're following things that are probably too good to be true. Um, and not that you want to blame a victim, but at some point you got to act like, how do you get to the point where it's all the way up to 120K and ask me to pay these crazy fees, right? Um, it was so many red flags in that story, but I think the biggest thing and the takeaway from this story to me is, even if someone says they're a financial advisor and they have credentials, you got to still do your due diligence. You have to like really call that specific office they say they work out of. You have to do something. You can't just, especially if someone you're just meeting online and they have credentials, right? Because again, that person was scammed and she lost all this money. Then when they're asking you to send these payments that are just non-traditional, send a payment in crypto to pay your taxes. That just doesn't make sense, right? The IRS doesn't accept crypto for taxes. I mean, unless you're in certain countries, but our country doesn't allow that. You're in Atlanta, right? So you're in Atlanta, like,
Which means she doesn't have a proper crypto education. Because if she had any crypto education, she would know boy was a scammer from the rip, and the red
absolutely,
flag would have went off like bing 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 bing. The red flag would have went off all crazy. She would have lost $1. Because the first
yeah,
time somebody asked me to pay something in crypto, all the red flags go off. Like, what? Let me call the
yeah,
office. Like, because I sent the other payment in the ACH. Then now you want everything in no, hold up. Let me call
yep,
this office.
yeah. So the initial payment you sent in ACH, which was the one she was able to get back, but man, that's that's sad, man. It's a sad story. Like, that's her life savings. That's her life savings, and it's now
Yeah,
poof.
man. No, so I was watching when I used to go down the YouTube. I mean not the YouTube, the damn, I don't even know what it's called anymore. The, not the Facebook joint, the other one, the other one they own.
IG.
IG. I used to go down the IG rabbit hole, and it was some boys on IG who used to like they used to have a show where they would scam the scammers. So basically, what they would do is the scammers would call them, and then they had some joint where they could ping their location and tell them where they was at, and then they would try to scam them. So
That sounds like some dope content. I never heard of that. I gotta check that out.
yeah, so what
So
they would do, so and because like they most of the boys they was pinging, they was like in like boy was in India, and they was like they was working boy. They was like yeah. Well, we gotta send you this payment. You send this payment to us here, and then we can send it back to you over here. And so the boy was trying to scam them out of like $500, and he had to send them 50 to scan. And they was like, yeah, and your name is blah blah blah, and your IP address is and then they sent him his $50 back. It was like, you're a scammer, and we're gonna put your name all over the internet, like as a
wow.
scammer. Like, and they sent the boy back his money, like, yeah, you're a scammer. Like, and now we could have scammed you, but we just proven the point that we can scam scammers. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I gotta check that. I never heard of that. Pedro says, "Did you see the Beekeeper? I believe large scamming organizations exist." I
Oh,
haven't seen that.
100% they exist.
That's the movie with what's main man name? The boy that played in Hobbs and what's his face? The boy that plays all the underground
Oh,
action movies.
oh, he played the joint. Oh my God, Jason Statham.
What's his name, y'all? The dude that played in
Jason Statham.
Jason's, yeah, that dude right there. Like, I read one day that he's like one of the most highest paid actors in Hollywood, right? And it was like his path to get there was kind of crazy because he didn't really do a bunch of like A-list movies. He did these underground action movies. He kind of plays the same role and everything, but he gets busy though. But I ain't gonna front. I love all his movies because I know if I cut a movie of his on, it's gonna be gunplay, it's gonna
Action.
be fights, it's gonna be car chases. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
the Beekeeper has some of that, if not all of that. So I'll probably watch that tonight, the Beekeeper, because I did see it pop up on one of these streaming services. and I saw he was in it, but I haven't watched it to be honest. And now you tell me a scamming going on in there too. I'm gonna watch that. Are they in Atlanta? I'm joking. No shots at anybody in Atlanta, but I was talking to Kamari about this week too. Like, where is the home of the scammers in our country, right? Globally, we know who associated with scamming globally. Because Kamari was trying to tell me that Philly is the home of the scammers. I was like, I don't know. Like, Philly is up there.
Listen, man. I tell you this about they mighty comfortable in Atlanta. I tell you that much. So if we scam home, we definitely adjacent.
I think ATL got us beat, dog.
We scammer adjacent right here, man. Like
ATL got us beat. ATL got us beat. All right, so
for sure.
Peep this right here, man. This is a sad story, man. Shout out to Jamil for sharing this. He said he ran into an old customer, and she told me her husband moved their life savings into BTC, and he lost it sending it to someone. $1.7 million. They're both 70-year-old cancer survivors. Wow. Yeah, man. Like,
first of all, again, that's when you got that kind of lack of education, you can't send that kind of money.
Nah, and you first of all, if you have 1.7 million in BTC, it shouldn't all be in one wallet anyway. That's a sad story right there, man. Like, people need to and I think that's one of the reasons why, like, Bitcoin is that's why we're still early, right? Because most people still don't understand it, and most people don't understand that the power in Bitcoin is the ability to have full control over your property, right? So if you look at Bitcoin as being money, which some people do, some people look at it as being actual property and what like entails having property rights. So one of the things about our country is we're able to enforce property rights, right? If I have a property and someone, messes up my property or tries to move into my property, I have like things that I can do through the legal system to protect my property. When it comes to owning Bitcoin, you have your property, but you are fully responsible for it. The good thing is you're fully responsible for it, meaning that your money can't be taken. It can't be confiscated if you know what you're doing. The bad part about that is you're fully responsible for it, right? So if you make decisions in terms of sending it to bad actors or do something wrong, your money could be gone, right? So one of the things you have to understand is becoming your own bank comes with a certain level of responsibility, and that comes with security. We're used to picking up the phone and calling someone a centralized entity to say, hey, this happened to me, credit card company, or this happened to me, bank. If you become your own bank, you got to pick up the phone and call yourself. So you have to put like protocols in place and have a better understanding of how this thing works. 1.7 million down the drain. That's tough, man. That's, again, your money.
Time, a lot of energy.
Your money is your time and your energy. I'm pretty sure this couple worked their entire life to put that together. And to have it lost, that's just a sad story. But we got to do a better job of really educating ourselves. And when we step into these spaces, because if you're not able to step into the spaces, it's why I understand that the ETF isn't the same as having physical Bitcoin. It doesn't give you all of the property rights that come with physical Bitcoin. But the one reason why I'm not mad is because some people need to be there. From people that's not going to take the time to get an understanding of security and to really take advantage of that part of it, just go over here and buy the ETF because you're not ready for it. You end up like this. Now, I do believe that more people should learn how to, protect their own stuff. But I also know that, like, being realistic, a lot of people just aren't going to do so. Lorraine says, I want to know, did she have an actual Fidelity account where she had access to her funds? That is also an excellent question because as she's sending pieces and pieces, and that's another red flag too. You work for Fidelity and you're doing all these things through Fidelity, yet you're telling me to pay you via crypto.com, which is a whole separate entity. Like, it's, flag on the play. Like, we're going to challenge that. We're challenging that play.
Flag.
And Pedro says the same thing I said. That's a sad story. Lorraine says, there's a channel on YouTube that scams the scammers. He turns on your camera and everything.
Yep. They probably got the content in both places.
Oh yeah, you gotta put me down with that. Whoever know what channel that is, y'all gotta put me down with that. I want to check out some of their content. Darren is in the building. What's up, Darren? How are you? Thanks for pulling up. And Ray Gunn co-signs that Beekeeper is a good watch. All right, I'm sold, y'all. I'm on Beekeeper. I'm sold. I've been watching. It's gonna sound ridiculous. I've been watching Big Bang Theory all week, like binge watching Big Bang Theory. I've actually never watched it before, and anyway. DC. Don said DC is the hand. I mean, Don, we talked about it before. You have a legit argument for that, just
Yeah,
because we know.
DC is definitely in the
I think they
convo
had the highest level scammer. Maybe not the most.
because of the size of not the most because of the size of the city, but the highest level. They might be on the top level.
We gotta say they got the highest level of scammer. I think in our community, Orlando still might be the home of the scammer. Yeah, that's a lot there. Beekeepers, crypto, and scammer movie. Yeah. We all over the place tonight, but yeah, we definitely gotta check out Beekeeper, man. Who was the first person to bring up Beekeeper? Because in case all of us don't like it, we can come cuss them out next week. I gotta see who that was. I'm going back at that joint to see.
You go back to the
first person to bring up Beekeeper in case we don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I can't find it. There's so many comments here. I can't find it. Who put up Beekeeper, man? But if we do like it, we're gonna give you props too, though. We're gonna give you props too. All right, so let me get back to this.
Jimmy can't wait to be slanderous.
But no, I show love too, though. If it's fire, we're gonna come back and say, yo, it's fire. You know what I'm saying? As a tax preparer, the IRS sent us a letter of the top tax fraud cities and states in the country. And number one is Miami, Florida. Ooh.
Tax fraud, I can 100%. I can see that.
Okay.
Tax fraud,
as a tax preparer. So you know what? I didn't even ask Kamari this, and I talked to him for a minute yesterday. So let me ask you a question as a tax preparer, because I'm getting a gazillion messages from family and friends, right? And they're talking to me about, let me bring this up. And I know I've heard about it all year long, the beneficial ownership information, the BOI, and everybody telling me to go fill out my documents about the BOI. So, Ant, not tax advice. I'm not asking for tax advice. Just want to know, like, what's your opinion on this BOI thing? Because everybody's telling me I got it done before the end of this year, which at this point, dog, we in October already. Sheesh. Just trying to pick your brain since you're here. All right, Nigerians and Eastern Europeans. Yeah, on a global scale, that's who got that tag. You know what I'm saying? They was going crazy on email back in the day. The email scammers, you know what I'm saying? We got a king over here. Just send us this and we'll send it back. Had it all on Coinbase. Yeah, that's sad right there. Not your keys, not your coins. Get your crypto off of exchanges. I don't care if it's Coinbase. I don't care if it's Gemini, if it's Binance, Swan. Get your coins off and get them in your own custody. 90,000 packages stolen a day in New York City. The only city that has them beat is Philadelphia. All right, so we're thieves. Doesn't mean we're scammers. We're just thieves. Funny thing about Philly is I be on some of the Philly blogs on IG as this Erica, right? Because Erica, Erica be sending me stuff in Philly. I don't even know what's going on, but Erica be like, here, Erica be shooting me inbox like, this is going on in your city, and I can't even respond to it. Like, yeah, we effed up. But crazy part about Philly is folks be doing that and they be on camera and they know they on camera. Like, yeah, we don't care. Lorraine co-signs Beekeeper, says you're going to love the Beekeeper. I know I am because it's Jason Statham. I don't know what Jason Statham movie that I didn't like because, of the kind of movies he does. Says Mrs. Cosby acting is stiff in the movie.
So,
all right, I got.
My thing about Jason Statham is he plays the same role, so it's kind of not to like his movies. If you like one of them, you probably 95% of them because he played the same role in 95% of them, Joe.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's a question for you. This comes from Jamil. It says, say you hit a lotto ticket and you had to choose a lump sum of $2.2 million or a 20-year annuity of $365 per year, which equals $7.3 million. Which one would you choose? How would you invest and live off both scenarios? Interesting question. I like to see what our audience thinks about this. And also, Jamil, if you did hit the lottery, though, my cash app is JW the Blueprint. Now, I mean, look out for your brother, man. I mean, this is a random question, so I'm thinking Jamil might have smacked something because he got specific numbers too, Core. 2.2 $3 million. It's not like he threw a crazy 48, 50. He got very specific numbers. So, Jamil, if you hit, send your brother, send me some sats or something. I'm $ JW the Blueprint. Just let you know that's my cash tag. But to answer this question, so if you would have asked me this question several years ago, I would always say the lump sum. But I've been thinking about this. Um, I probably still would say the lump sum because I feel like I can. So if you give me 2.2 now, in 20 years, could I make it worth more than 7.3? That's the question. In my ego, I'm still working on my ego. It's still a battle. My ego tells me I could. Um, but I put thought into this about just not just this, but the question about lump sum versus annuity. And I think there is an argument to be made for the annuity, but my arrogance and ego will still make me say, "Give me the lump sum." And how would I live off?
Right now, like the way my life's set up, I would probably take the annuity. I would probably take the annuity right now because I figure to live long enough to make $2.3 million.
So here's
You
the
know what I
thing.
mean?
So the answer to this question, honestly, also is really about like the nut you got to crack every month. Pause. Like your overhead.
Yeah.
I don't spend a lot of money. I'm a I don't want to say frugal, but listen, man. I love books. That's what brings me joy. So I don't spend a lot of money on craziness. I say that to say I probably could live off 5 grand a month. I probably could, right? I probably could. And I think about that. And the reason I'm saying that number specifically, I'm doing the math in my head. If I took 1.2 and I put it I could put it right now in a high yield account, make 4.55%. I'm going to make close to 60 grand a year, 55,000 a year right there without really taking risks. I could put it in T-bills and get close to 5%, right? So that will pay me what it takes to live off of. And the other one, I can just, me, I'm gonna go out and buy me some leaps. I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin, you know.
If you give
So
me
yeah,
365, if you give me 365 a year, you're talking about basically $1,000 a day. You're talking about basically $1,000 a day. I think I'm gonna do okay.
no, I mean it can't lose either way, right? But the question is, over a 20-year period, could that 2.2 become more than 7.3? Are you going to allow them to make the money off of the money, or
What
are you
I'm
going to make
saying
it?
is, what I'm saying is this: if I'm not living off of the 365K, then I would probably do it. I would probably do the 365K if I'm not living off of it. Because
No, he's saying, how would you live off of it in both scenarios? So if you took the lump sum, how would you live off of it with the lump sum? That's why I answered that question.
the
Bless you,
lump
bless
sum,
you, bless you.
yeah, the lump sum would pay me 50K a year, 75K a year, while the annuity is paying me 365K. If the annuity is not something that I'm living off of, I would take the 365K a year.
I got you.
And
I
then
understand.
and then I would, you know what I'm saying, and invest the 365K.
Yeah, but I mean that lump sum up front gives you more
Yeah,
room.
because money will never be more valuable. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like the time value
yes,
of money.
time value of money. So I don't think there's a downside to either way, Jamil. It's really about your strategy, right? But again, if you did hit, you got my cash tag, send your brother a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying? So we can put that to work. Ant says, Philly streets so slim you can't hit Hello Porches and get away on foot. I love my time there for sure. Yeah, depending upon where you at in the city, right? You get to the northwest section of the city, these streets ain't small, but most of the city, yeah, we do got some small blocks, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's Ducky Blocks all over Philly,
All right,
bro.
Scammers Payback is the YouTube channel. Let me go to the phone right now. Scammers Payback, and just add that real fast. You know what I mean? Quick screenshot, gang. Scammers Payback. All right, Scammers Payback. Here we
Yo,
go.
that content is berserk, bro.
Yeah. So Lorraine says she want the lump sum. Hashtag no annuity. Erica says they still robbing in Chicago. They still robbing in Chicago. Those Eastern Europeans. The Nigerians got caught 2 years ago. $2.7 billion. Love scams. Yo, like
Damn.
who was my man's name I showed you for? The Nigerian boy who was on
Oh,
here going crazy on
boy was going wild, yo.
Nigerian boy that got caught up. He was flexing like crazy on Instagram.
He got caught with like $13 million in cash. Yo, boy was wild. He got
What was
caught
his
with
name?
$13
Oh, I gotta
million
find his name.
in cash.
Hush Puppy. The boy Hush Puppy.
Yo, he got caught with $13 million in cash, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Pascal. Everybody. See, like everybody know Hush Puppy a legend. Everybody know his name. Hush Puppy going crazy. Don James said, "Give
Yo,
me the
Jim
cash
showed me
now."
that. Listen, I again, I'm my, my what's the name? My YouTube job is Erica, is Dave, is our show. You know what I mean? Like I don't even be all over the interwebs like that. But the boy, Jim showed me what the boy Hush Puppy was doing. I was like, yo, boy was
Yo,
wild, yo.
he was flexing. He was flexing like crazy. He was like, yeah, he was flexing like crazy. Only person that might got him beat, no matter they run neck and neck, is the local bull, main man Omni. Omni was drawing too. Omni and the
Yeah,
Hellcat. Yeah,
yeah.
he flexed crazy like too. Real quick though, Don says he would take everything and put it in VGT. Yeah, and this is why we call him VDON, right? Vanguard Information
Yeah.
Technology. And if you're from Vanguard watching this, FOH, because y'all still the ops. But although I shouldn't, so Don, I don't think that's a. I'm surprised you said VGT though. I thought you would probably say VTI or VU, not VGT. But I could see that. But you know, all right. So, so answer the questions for me. Not tax advice, but please fill out the information for declaring your business. To be honest, it's just another reason for the IRS to track active LLCs for potential taxes. It sucks. Listen, I'm going down to the deadline right now. I got to get my personal 2023s done in the next 4 days, which is why I was on the phone with Kamar yesterday. I got my extension. We at the deadline with it, man. Like, taxes aren't fun to me anymore. Pascal says like, share, subscribe. Ant says I was downtown, walking distance to the love. Oh yeah, you was spending a couple of hours. Then Ant was in the middle of action. Yeah, everybody know Hush Puppy, man. Y'all don't know Hush Puppy. He said he got caught in Dubai. Yeah, he did. Oh, he said Darren says he's not surprised that Miami is capital for chairman. It's funny because I'm not surprised either. Once he said it, I still think the IRS don't know where everything is going on in Atlanta, but that's either here nor there.
Yeah,
Detroit definitely top
I
five.
don't even think they got to Atlanta yet. They just like we know what's going on there. We gonna get to them in a minute. It's like they not gonna stop. We're gonna get to them in a minute. Like they gonna just take the whole
part of this
city.
comment sound like it's a little personal. He said Detroit has to be the top 5 between the young cats and the transmission mechanics. Don't forget So I want to know what's the story with the transmission mechanic, man. Like that sounds like something personal.
Hey Jim, man, remember when I used to have the Subaru? It wasn't an old Subaru, but I had that Subaru, and my transmission was bad. I paid $3,000 to get it fixed, and about 6 months later, my transmission went dead, just like unfixable dead. It wasn't the transmission people who did it because my car ran again for another 6 months. But once your transmission go bad, it's done, bro. You might as well just get another car.
Yeah,
like because in 6 to 8 months you're gonna be getting another car anyway. So you might, as soon as it go bad, you might as well not even waste those 6 to 8 months and not get attached to that piece of metal and go ahead and get you another car, bro. Like, there's nothing like that car is no longer any good to you.
Yeah, I think a mechanic must have got Jamil for him to like point out specifically the transmission mechanics. Pascal says TD Bank got hit with $1 billion. I saw that, and no one is going to jail. I mean, the bankers don't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? They don't go to jail. Hey, listen, man. I'm not saying it's right, just saying what happens. Being politically correct. It's definitely like $5K to replace a transmission. Yeah, transmission and engine go, then I'm going. Like,
me and that car no longer are friends.
Yeah, pretty much. Yo, so real quick, man, I've been finishing up this book. Real quick, as an aside, none of y'all ever told me this. I just figured out how to turn all of my Kindle books into audiobooks, and not through an AI app or nothing like that, right? So, I'm big on Audible, but I do have a lot of books on Kindle. So I just stumbled across how to like basically have all my Kindle books become audiobooks, and no one told me that was possible, man. I know one of y'all knew that. I'm late to the party. Got to be late to the party. But if not, if y'all don't know how to do this, I'm gonna give you the simple solution right now. And you could do it whether you got iPhone, Android phone, iPad, Galaxy Tab. You could do this with any of these devices. Literally, have the Kindle app on the device. Download the Alexa app. I watch, make sure there's nothing going off. and tell that, say, hey, fill in the blank, read my Kindle book and give it the title. It will pick up wherever you were reading on your actual Kindle and it will read it to you. Anyway, that blew my mind. But I say all that to say I've been finishing this book, The Big Bankroll, the Arnold Rothstein story. And I mentioned on here before that book was recommended to me by the brother that did the book podcast. Because when he first told me, I thought it was like, a gangster book. He was like, no, this is a business book. And he's right. And I say that to say, because one of the terms do be using in there, like he said, yo, you must think I'm Buffalo. Like Buffalo was a word used back in the early 20th century to mean sucker. I'm like, so they named the whole city Buffalo. But anyway, but it's a pretty good book. It's called The Big Bankroll. It's only on Kindle. It's not on Audible. But but yeah, it was an interesting read though, because it's basically how he structures his businesses. Some of them legal, some of them illegal. But it's really a business book. But it's a biography and it's a long book. But it's pretty good book. I was reading that, and the other book that I just finished and I thought this is a pretty good book as well. Got a little bit repetitive, but I finished the whole book literally in 2 days. And by the way, this other book I'm getting ready to tell you about, I know we on the 11th, but Audible will let you get it for free until the 15th. So if you go get it now, you might be able to finish it over the weekend or next week. It's called The 10% Entrepreneur. I don't remember who recommended this book, but The 10% Entrepreneur by Patrick J. McGinnis. In this book, the premise of this book is to how to build a big business while still working your day job. And he has like a whole strategy. It's pretty good though. It's called The 10% Entrepreneur. So whoever recommended that book, salute to you. So I read that one. I'm reading that one. I finished that one, and I'm reading The Big Bankroll about Arnold Rothstein. What else do I got? Other books I got, because I got some new books too, Core. Make sure I share my book with y'all before we do this giveaway.
Man, I told you, my reading. I've been doing a lot of reading. I just haven't been doing a lot of book reading. So, you know what I mean? I left my papers over there. I got a stack of papers this thick.
Yeah.
From schoolwork, kids' schoolwork, and between kids' schoolwork and reading IEPs, bro, my eyes be tired as hell, man. Like right before we was doing this show, I was reading the IEP. I fell asleep. Like, you know what I mean? Because my whole job is based on servicing IEPs. You know what I mean? So I have to basically I'm a lawyer reading a legal document and then servicing that legal document, even though I'm a teacher. You know what I mean? So, I'm serving that legal document, which that transfers into whatever student I'm servicing. So it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so I spend it all legal briefs.
So basically you're saying that's why you're not reading anything. Also, I gotta tell you another story about a book. I came across this book, and it was like marketing itself as like the best real estate marketing book, like how to market your business or your properties, blah blah blah. It's called Passive Prospecting, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm interested in that. Short, quick book. I'm like, I'm always interested in marketing. I'm always interested in real estate. Let me grab this book. Yo, the premise of this whole book, and I ain't trying to like slander the gentleman that wrote this book, because it's not a bad book per se, but it's like I thought I was about to get like all these different strategies on how to market. Yo, their whole strategy is create a YouTube channel. That's what the whole book's about. I'm like, yo, but it's called Passive Prospecting. That's either here nor there. So that's what I'm reading right now. The Big Bankroll. I'm trying to finish that. I'm about 70% of the way through that. And I finished the other one, the 10% Entrepreneur. That was pretty good. So that's what's going on the reading front this week is those two things. Other than that, maybe about to Jabbar. I see Jabbar's in the building. Jabbar, owe you a phone call, bro. Jabbar called me the other day. I never got a chance to call you back. I was actually in the dentist's office when you called me, so I didn't get a chance to call you back. But let me get to some of these comments before we do our giveaway. Blah 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 blah. So Chastity said, not her plug, talking about a transmission. My transmission replaced was less than $3,000. Oh, Chad's got the plug. That's the Texas plug. K Diggy says, I had a second cousin that hit a $57 million lottery took the lump sum. She got around 24 million after taxes and fees. Her country fool ass went to work for 2 weeks because she put in her notice. Hey, listen, congrats to her. That's all 57 M's.
I tell you this, man. I don't know if I could go to work for 2 weeks knowing that I got $24 million in the bank, bro. I don't know.
I guess it depends upon what you do for a living too. Like it depends upon what you do for a living.
Not as a teacher, not as a teacher, because my fuse is short with the money I got. Like I be ready to quit every day with the money I got.
No,
I love the kids, but yo, I swear on everything that's holy to anybody, me and the adults is about the box, man. Like, yo, the whole purpose of a special education department is to serve the needs of special needs students. And almost the only school that I ever went to where that actually happened was the last school where I was at. Every other school get it wrong. Not that the schools that I worked at previously got it all right, but the premise of what they did was right. Everything was geared towards servicing students. And so I was happy with that. I'm back to being unhappy with the way students are being treated by the system, not even by the adults themselves are very nice. You see what I'm saying? Like they're not bad people, but because of the way the system is set up, I'm not able to do my job in a way that I feel is with fidelity. You know what I mean? Like I can't do my job at the highest level because of the way the systems is set up, man. And I'm not like that drives me nuts because I have 2 special needs children. So I'm like, yo, like what the hell, man? Like
yeah,
when the first thing I do when I go to these schools, and especially with my 2 special needs children, is I go talk to the SPED department, and I tell them, me and my wife are in special needs, so all that foolishness you do with them other parents, don't try that shit with us because you gonna end up in court. So don't even do that. Like if we ask you to do something, just damn well do it. Just do it because you don't want to get in no legal tussle. That's not something you want to do with us. So save yourself time, money, energy, and all that. And if something go wrong, call us, let us know because we know our kids do stuff. You know what I mean? But don't if we tell you something wrong with that IEP, it's not written right or something like that. Know that we both got 20 years plus of experience reading these legal documents. You know what I mean? Like so, like. Play with somebody else who play. You know what I mean? Like, please.
Yeah. Jamil says Rothstein was my guy. Jamil, have you ever read that book, The Big Bankroll? If he was your guy, you would like the book. Rich says, yo, what's up, Rich? Rich, thank you again for sharing that Stack Stat show. You know.
Yeah, man. Share our content around, man.
Jamil says, why do we use the term buffalo when they're indigenous to Europe and bison are native to America? I mean, you know why. Bars in the building. Bar said you're a paralegal. Hey, yo, Mark, what's up, Mark? Hey, Mark, listen, man.
Smalls?
Listen, man, I got a call from Chandler this week, man. You know what I'm saying? You invited him out to the developer meeting or whatever, but I ain't get, you know what I'm saying? You ain't invite me out, bro. What's up with that, man? I mean, I couldn't meet it anyway because, you know, but still. Bar, did you go to that meeting? What was it the UDA meeting? Bar, was you there, Bar? I know you be outside. Bar is at every real estate event in the city. I don't know how he does it. Like he must be like he must be like Flash or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, bro. It's all good. Let me know when the next one is, though. I'll pull up. I definitely want to pull up. Because it was some other folks from my office, my real estate office in there, too. So they was texting me or whatever. I'm like, dog, that joint was like 6:30. When Chan called me, it was like 5:40 or something. I was like, I can't. You know, I wasn't coming back out the house, man. You know, I'm a homebody these days. Straight up. Like, I don't be trying to come
like, out. Yeah, that's not your gospel.
Nah. Now, if I was already outside, you know what I'm saying? If I'd have known, you know. But anyway, man, we about to do our giveaway. What is going to be our hashtag for the day, Core? Like, what's a good word for that? I was going to make it beekeeper, but that's a little bit too long.
Scam.
I ain't going to make it scam. It's a little negative connotation.
No, let's do something.
All right, so Lorraine says use scammer. Real quick, Rich says, I'm greedy. I'll take that 57 million and stay at my job to collect the pension and fully fund my deferred comp. Rich, I ain't mad at you. I think it depends upon what it is you're doing, right? Because over the last like couple years, like being speaking at different conferences, I've met people that like have jobs that absolutely love their jobs. They love their jobs, and it's almost like it's like a little interesting to see because I keep it a bean. I come from a family everybody will hate their job. They went to their job because it was a means to an end. So when you see someone who genuinely loves their job and loves what they do, it's like, yo, you won in life.
That energy is
yeah, you are listen, you already won in life. Like if you make enough money to take care of yourself and you really love what it is you do, like you won.
You won the lottery.
Yeah, so I think it depends upon what you do. But if you work at a job where you hate your job and you hit that money, it's gonna be difficult. All right, so Lorraine got another one for me. Buffalo, bankroll. I like that one. Grifters. I like all these. All right, yeah. Buffalo grifters. Which one you want to make it, Core? We got to make it one of these. Let me
no, let man. Buffalo was weird. I don't like Buffalo.
Dreadlock Rasta.
Let's do this one. Energy. Because money is time and energy, right? You know what I mean?
Pascal says we can make it baby oils.
No, that is not
no Diddy.
No Diddy at all.
All right, so bankroll Buffalo grifters. Hashtag energy. I'm not completely against that. Hashtag annuity. Hashtag Babytron. Hashtag lump sum. All right, I see where y'all going with this. I'm just reading what's in the comment section from our folks. I'm gonna pick something that they say. So we got right now bankroll grifters, energy. You know, nothing really like jumps out. Let's see. What else did we talk about today? We talked about the lady in Atlanta getting scammed. Talked about the greed, like that she as well as the scammers. We talked about Nigeria. I don't want to make it Nigeria. That's kind of disrespectful too.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I ain't trying to make it Atlanta either. I ain't trying to be.
I don't want to be.
I ain't trying to stand no geography.
Yeah, I don't want to be. That's why I said Buffalo was weird. I don't really want to be disrespectful to the, you know what I mean, to the peoples, wherever they from. But it's every time I open my window, there's one slide that gets me. Every time.
No, I saw him fly by your screen. All right, I like this one too. Hashtag taxes. That's something too. Yo, anybody, speaking of Buffalo, how many of y'all are here like Griselda? Any of y'all Griselda fans? Corey, you like Griselda?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I shouldn't like Griselda because of their content of what they talk about. But listen, dog. I get busy with them, man. I mess with them heavy. I rock the whole.
No, the reason I bring that up though, this is a random question. I was I was on Twitter this week, and someone said that someone said I'm going to write what no one else is willing to say, but that they fell off, like their wave is gone. They missed it. They missed their wave, and I was thinking about that. I was like,
not Benny. Benny still get busy. He's still on a lot of things.
But do you hear his name as much as you did maybe a couple years ago?
No, not at all. But everybody was sitting at home when Griselda was hot.
So just a thought. I just want to know for the Griselda fans out there. I see a lot of people say it.
Listen, man, if you go on whatever your streaming services, they got about 20 albums on there for you to listen to if you're a fan, bro. Like I'm telling you like this, they don't stop putting out music. So you know what I mean? Like
they are all 40 plus. I mean, that's true. Stove God Cooks is ill. Stove God Cooks for me, I always love Stove God Cooks because that name Stove God Cooks is like the fact that you went with that. I know he's changed his name, but the fact you picked that name and then became successful is kind of funny to me. Said Benny took his lump sum and diversified. Also, it's not lost on me that when they were at their quote unquote like peak, they do put out music consistently, but it's not received the same. I guess is what I'm saying. But I do also want to make a point that I realized as I was sitting there looking at it. I'm like, well, they aren't talked about as much, but they also have matured and moved in their own separate directions. But in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, when West Side had full control and was running everything, yeah, that's when they was like,
They was everywhere.
yeah, they was. I mean, it's kind of the same thing that happened to Wu Tang, right? You know, when the RZA had full control. Anyway, that was a side note. So we got to put something. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go back to this. And I'm gonna pick energy. I think energy is the one that stands out the most. And the reason we talking about energy is Lorraine says I don't even know Griselda. But Lorraine, they do not sing God's music. So I don't even want to say that you didn't hear that from me. If you go look them up and listen to their content, blame Corey. Come on, it's this way. Blame Corey. Do not blame me. It's very vulgar.
I can tell you, it's graphic. It's graphic and it's graphic. Give me that graphic.
I think if they was from the boroughs, they would have been bigger. Pause. Also, we got these double pause for Mark. He caught himself. He said they was getting jerked. Yeah. Hey yo. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna go with energy. And for those who don't know the connection between energy, what we talked about is people getting scammed out of their energy, right? When you start to view money as time and energy, it changes your relationship to money. It changes how frivolous you are to money when you think about it in that context, which is why I like that. Because that was a paradigm shift for me too. I've always been interested in finances, money, wealth, our community. What interests me about money really isn't like the whole idea. I want to get rich and buy this. To me, it's how people are treated, right? We talked last week about how poor people are treated, but when I started to like view money as time and energy, and I got it early on, but it didn't fully click. Probably, to be honest with you, Core, maybe a couple years ago. Maybe it's when I first went down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. The first time it occurred to me though is when I had got my first job. The first job I ever had, I think it was like 13 or 14. I was working in a movie theater. And I remember like begging my mom for certain sneakers, right? And she wouldn't buy them for me. And when I got my first check from working my first legit job, not outside job, but first legit paycheck, and I saw and I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, I was making $4.25 an hour. I got that first paycheck, and I went to the sneaker store, and I wasn't able to pull the trigger. Although I told myself leading up to my first check, you know how that first check is chunky too, because it's like 3 weeks. That first check be a little huskier. I was like, yo, when I get this first check, you know what I'm saying? I'm going down the Ave. I'm a cop, like, you know, these Air Maxes, blah, blah, blah. I got it to the sneaker store. I looked at my check and I'm like, I ain't buying these. Cause I'm like, I know how long it took me to make this money. So it clicked then, but it didn't fully click.
I just worked 3 weeks for a pair of Air Maxes. Do I want
Yeah. Like, yo, by the time I get my trans pass, because back in the day, you know, we get the Trizzy back then, you know, the Trizzy life. By the time I get my trans pass and buy these sneaks, I'm just gonna be going back to work again. Like, so what am I doing? Like, so it hit me then. But then a couple years ago, by going down a Bitcoin rabbit hole, it hit me that every time you get paid and you start to have money work for you, that it's time and energy. And it's actually you can use your time and energy to create what? More time and energy. So, you know, own your time and space, ownyourtimeandspace.com. Our book is still available. Anyway, so a couple more things. That boy Rio, the young OG, about to be getting out soon. Yeah, true truth. I think if they was from the boroughs, they would have been bigger. Pause. Well, we went through that already. Now, go back to that for a second. So if they was from Brooklyn, Bronx, you know, maybe the Buffalo thing. But I think the Buffalo thing also helped them too, kind of in a way.
Because they was talking about stories that wasn't from.
Yeah. So it's something a little bit different. Them 38 Special and RJ Payne kind of died down. J Ski is the only one with a wave right now. RJ Payne is actually a personal friend of mine. Shout out to my brother RJ, man. That's my guy. He's a good brother too. And he works his ass off. So shout out to RJ
Payne. And he spit hot fire.
Yeah. He's from the crib. I know him from Philly, like, because he's from he's actually from. He moved to Philly. Let's put it that way. His formative years were in Philly.
Yeah.
Hashtag free Rio. All right, man. Listen, so we're gonna go with energy, man. Let me put this. Let me set it up. And we're gonna go with energy, and we will do our giveaway. Let me share this with everyone, so we can start it. They all Rock Marciano's babies. That is a true story. Rock Marcy does not get the credit that he deserves. That's Rich. I agree. I agree. You know who else be putting out a gazillion projects who I absolutely um think is phenomenal is Planet Asia. I am a
Yeah,
huge Planet Asia fan. Planet Asia is dumb nice and hilarious.
yeah.
All right,
He
hashtag
get
energy.
crazy. He go crazy on lyrics, bro. He
So for those who
definitely don't get enough love.
So for those who don't know, let me say this. This is our Bitcoin giveaway. You put hashtag energy in the comment section to put you in there. We do a random giveaway. If you win, you have to let us know you're still here. Give me your cash tag, and you will get paid this evening. I'm cool with Griselda, but I went back to Larry June and Boldy James. I'm a Larry June fan as well. Larry June be talking the talk.
I tried to
Hashtag
listen. Yo, I listened to Larry June for maybe a half an hour about a month ago, and I couldn't get into dude. Like, no, you know what I mean? No Diddy, but I could not get into the music, man. Like, I couldn't. It wasn't on.
you gotta.
I wasn't on the same wavelength as whatever you know what I mean. What he was talking about.
No, because it's a smooth type energy. See, I know I could tell you before you told me that because you a huge Mobb Deep fan. Like you like
Yeah.
aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like you like the Chic Luch of it all. You know what I mean? Like the aggressive. I'm gonna stab you.
Yo, by the way, he is my favorite member of the lot.
Yo, me and Corey was in the whip last weekend, and he was like, "Yo," he's like, "I realized Chic Lucha might be my favorite." Because Corey likes the ridiculous super gangster lines, like
Yes, because there's no way in hell that he's telling the truth in any of
yeah,
those.
but
But the
line.
ridiculousness of it makes me laugh every single time. Like the gangster, how silly it is. You know it can't be true. Like the way it can't be. It
I
just
like
can't be.
I like this comment because that actually describes what it is. Solo was funny as hell. Because Mark said he had one good project. I don't know if you're saying he only had one good project or you're saying that is one good project. I like a couple of his other projects too, but this encompasses why sometimes people can't listen to it. He said, I tried to listen to Larry June too, but that's that laid back, passive income, expensive lifestyle music. That's exactly what it is. It's definitely passive income music. I'm about to make you give me an idea. I'm about to make a playlist called the passive income music playlist. What songs go on the passive income playlist, y'all? Give me some songs to put on a passive income playlist. I think that'd be funny. All right, so we got more folks. Energy. I'm gonna give a couple more minutes. We're gonna get out of here. Don't look at me as Sheik from the Locks. Speaking
Man,
of Rio, his new producer is named Energy.
I'm gonna say something unpopular. He made the best solo album too.
Mark, you tripping right now. I mean, again, it's subjective. You said it's his only good project. He has other projects I like, but I will be honest with you. I don't like every song on every project. So the great thing about where music is you can create playlists. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I go to this one album, take these
and
two
leave the
albums.
rest out of it.
Yeah. That's the great thing about it is playlists. I'm about to make the passive income playlist. I need y'all to give me some help. What songs got going there? You know what I'm saying? Rich Estates by Rick Ross and Benny. I don't think he talked about the Silverback joint.
No, walk with me. Walk with me.
Walk with me. That's it. The first joint. Walk with me. All right, Rich, give me a song to go on the passive income playlist before we get out of here, man. I know Rich a huge hip hop head. Give me a song to go on the passive income playlist, which is funny. I listen to R&B 95% of the time anyway, but you know, money ain't a thing. Yeah, that definitely got going there. That's definitely got going to passive income playlist. That's going to passive income playlist. You know what I'm saying? Larry June.
Imaginary player.
Who can afford $5 tangerines at Whole Foods? That's like Planet Asia. Planet Asia actually got a song where he talk about buying $9 smoothies. But let's see. Dead Can Dance. How Fortunate the Man with None by Black Sun. All right, here we go. Black Sun. Oh, here we go. Pass is in it. But what's up, Pass? 2 questions to ask about your money. How much time do I have to trade to get money and pay for this? And 2, how many of my dollars I make will never produce another dollar? Great questions, because when you start looking at your money also outside of being energy as being like employees, go get me some more money.
Yeah.
Go get me some more money. The whole 444 album. All right, that's a little cheat code, right? Not all of it too, because you know, I get it, but I
Some
mean,
of it
my
was
passive income.
some of it was an apology to his lady.
Yeah, some of it is apology for smutting on other chicks. Like that's not going, you know. Yeah, actually, even the song for stuff, like I ain't trying to hear your apologies. You know, that's not going on passive, man. That just ain't gonna do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll put a little gold on there.
Yo, you gotta get talking trash Drake on your whole passive income joint, because that's all he talk about, bro.
On some songs, the ones when he ain't crying at a chick. I know
I'm talking
the one
about
you like when he.
I'm talking about talking trash Drake, like, you know what I mean? Like he
Yeah, you
telling
talking
you
about
I'm
middle of the ocean, or the joint with him and the white boy
Churchill
from
Downs,
Kentucky.
bro. Churchill
Yeah,
Downs.
how can I address you when you don't own property?
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
talking about
Drake,
that guy?
that Drake. That disrespectful as hell Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know why he
I'm
tried
gonna
that
tell you,
and he got slapped though.
the wealthiest song ever that's going to start off my passive income music is going to be Imaginary Players. Passive income music, Flight of the Bumblebee. Yo, Bumblebee should have made a Bumblebee. It's been a constant theme throughout this show. All right, so hashtag energy and just put in. All right, listen, 30 seconds. Put in hashtag energy to be put into our giveaway. Remember, you gotta give me let us know you're still here, and then we move on from that. Aston Martin with Rick Ross. Rick Ross got a couple joints in it. I am
Back
not
and listen to Churchill Downs and tell me when he talked more like when he talked bigger than he talked on Churchill Downs, bro. He was talking reckless big on
he
Churchill
talked
Downs.
very reckless on Churchill Downs, but that middle of the ocean joint, like that's the joint he talked. Patty Mahomes just lost a couple hundred. Yeah, he be listen to middle of the ocean. Middle of the ocean,
Yeah.
he be wilding. He's mad
Yeah.
disrespectful.
He got a few of them songs. Omerta. He be talking crazy on Omerta.
Wild disrespectful. Anyway, man, so passive income playlist coming soon. I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Figure out some more money songs, man. He said, Ant says, I'm with Corey. I like heavy 808 and wild bars. Yeah, Corey like the wild bars. It's like super gangster. Like you know they're lying, but it's so ridiculous that like you're laughing.
Yeah, like because I find it funny because I
actually
I
always find Sheik hilarious. Like, what you know about getting shot, letting it drip dry? I'm like, I don't know nothing about that
at all, sir.
I know nothing about that.
Nor
do I want to know anything about that.
It's like 50 people in the whole planet know something about
that time period when they were on their D Block wave, when they had J Hood and Sheik would say just the most ridiculous most the ridiculous lying gangster stuff you've ever heard of. All right, so Wale, Ambition is my motivation. 8-Ball, MJG, Mr. Big. I got one for y'all too. That's definitely going on the list. Double Up by Nipsey Hussle. That's going on the income playlist.
Never let a hard time humble us.
Listen, that's my favorite Nipsey song. Anyway, let's get to it, y'all. We got 16 folks into this, so good luck to everybody. Remember, you gotta let us know that you're still here. And we'll go from there. But energy, let's see who is the winner this week. Who is the winner? Satisfying World. Are you here? Hey, Rich, man, put it on my Facebook page, man. Like live on the page. You know what I'm saying? So I can, create the whole list right there, man. Passive income playlist, man. I'll let y'all know right now. I use YouTube Music, so it is what it is. I'm gonna send it to you, Corey. I'm gonna share it with you, bro.
I don't even know if I still got
the best. Yeah, Pusha T found a way to be artistic with drug bars. Lose Yourself, Eminem. Lose Yourself, Eminem is like a workout song. That makes me want to like just go lift weights. All right, Satisfying World is here. All right, so you can shoot me an inbox at JW the Blueprint. You can say at By the Hood. You can email us by the hood LLC. Do not forget the LLC at gmail.com with your cash tag. I want to pay you this evening.
The cash tag is right there on the screen, bro.
Did she put it up already? Oh, satisfying.
On the screen.
All right, so if you don't get it within the next hour, shoot me a message. I'm going to send it within them, but I know sometimes I'm going to take a picture real fast so I won't forget this. Satisfying World. All right, I already got it. I'm getting ready to send it. Cream definitely got to go on there. You know, the passive income playlist. King Nip RIP. Everybody sending congrats to Satisfying World. We got a bunch of congrats there. So you will get paid. Thank you, everybody. I lift weights the G unit. Yeah. That's definitely weightlifting music too.
Yeah, it is.
I personally work out to Dead Prez, man. Dead Prez. That's my workout. Especially
my favorite hip hop song of all time.
It's bigger than hip hop.
Yep.
Dead Prez, especially Stick, man. Stick from Dead Prez actually has a workout album called The Workout. He actually has 2 parts to it, but the first one is my favorite one, The Workout by Stick. Yeah, that's definitely it. Whoa. Pat said, let's do 2 more. So Pat said he wants to give away 2 more 25s. All right, bet. So for those that stayed around, we're going to do 2 more. Pass is always donating to the people, so we appreciate you first and foremost, Pass. So if you guys are still with us,
good brother,
and you didn't go away yet, we're gonna do 2 more. So now I gotta get my S Pen out. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't have an S Pen, I'm just stunting real fast.
Yeah.
Write down everyone that won, because once we go past 1, I'm an old man. So
Jim stunting like yo daddy.
Satisfying World won the first one. And now we're going to do 2 more. And Pedro says, appreciate you, Pass. No doubt. All right, so let's get to it. The next winner is, remember, got to be here. So if you win and we call you out, you got to be here. Rich! I know.
Rich homie Lamar.
Hey, listen, this my bro right here, man. Rich always support us and share our content. Rich, are you here? Rich just left a comment on something else. So I took a quarter water, sold it in bottles for $2. Yes, we know what that is. Yeah, I get money.
That's that Fitty action.
See, but how can I get a copy of that and strip the Diddy verse? I need that version without the Diddy verse, man. So now I'm gonna have to go myself, scrape it off YouTube, and cut out Diddy's verse, man. Because Diddy said something wild on that song too, that kind of with everything that we know now, it comes off a little different. So, all right, so we got Rich with the second one. Rich, shoot me your cash tag, bro. I know you're still here. We got 1 more. Pat said he want to do 2 more, so what Pat say goes. Got more congratulations. All right, so we got 1 more. We're going to do 1 more giveaway. All right, let's draw again. Remember, if you got to be still here. So we got 2 so far. So who wins the third? Jamil!
Yeah.
I know I got your cash tag, but shoot me the message anyway. First off, before I say that, are you still here, Jamil? Is Detroit still in the building?
Or did you already leave us to go down the YouTube rabbit hole?
Yeah, are you here, or are you on some other streaming site watching Lord knows what? So we got more congrats.
His algo gotta be absolutely berserk, yo.
Yeah, he got the nastiest algo in the country. Hey, listen, Jamil didn't let us know he's here yet, man. So I'm gonna give you another minute, Jamil. But if Jamil not here in a minute,
algo is berserk, bro.
If Jamil not here in a minute, we will spin. We will spin. It will continue to go. Oh, yo, Pass is that dude. Pass already sent the chicken through. You know what I'm saying?
He know where it go, man.
The money, look, he's commenting on other stuff. We asking you, are you still here to get this chicken? The money don't stop. Ed OG.
Ed OG and the Bulldogs.
Man. Be a father to your child. All right, so Jamil is here. Greatness 313. Hey, Jamil, inbox it to me, bro. I got you. Inbox it to me. And I got you. But matter of fact, you send it here now. Like I told, so I'm gonna take a picture of it right here. So I won't. You ain't got. I'm gonna be a man of my word. You put it here. I got you. All right, man. So that's it. We got Rich, Jamil, Satisfying World. Those are our 3 winners this Friday. Thank you guys for tuning in live with us. We'll be back here next Friday. With Corey's going to write us a 5-paragraph essay on the beekeeper and what he thought about it.
You wait on that, and you be waiting until your grandchildren are 80.
No, listen, that might be great YouTube content. Like I'm bringing the 5-paragraph essay back, man. We making that a thing.
First of all, 5 paragraphs is wild. 5 sentences, man. 5 sentences, not no damn 5 paragraphs, bro.
Hey, listen, man. 5 paragraphs. That is true, though. Let me look this up before we get an answer. What is Beekeeper streaming on? We got to see what it's streaming on real fast. Side note, if you want to know what anything is streaming on, there's a website as well as a mobile app called Just Watch. And put the title in it. It'll tell you where it's streaming. Or you can go to justwatch.com. But let's see. Beekeeper is on Amazon Prime. All right, so Amazon Prime got it. So according to Just Watch, you can watch it on Amazon Prime, Fubo, or MGM Plus. So I'm gonna go to Amazon Prime and watch Beekeeper. I'm bringing back 5-paragraph essays, man. I'm gonna turn them into YouTube videos.
5 paragraphs?
So yeah, 5 paragraphs is not that much, bro. I didn't say 5 pages. 5 paragraphs.
I mean, I'm not writing 5 paragraphs of nothing unless it's
5 paragraphs. Listen, the 5-paragraph essay from school is dope. Like you got your intro, your body, and your conclusion. Like it's very simple.
Yeah, man. Listen, we wrote enough essays. We went to the same school, so I know how many essays we wrote, bro. So I understand what you're talking about, but I'm too old, man.
Yo, man, shout out to Lorenzo too. Lorenzo Jackson, who's also a Central grad. He hit me up this week, asked me to come do career day. So I told him I try to see if I can make that work. Do career day at Central. Cash in my hand, nice and smooth. Okay. Corey, the only person that ever said my last name correctly. Pronounce his last name? Is it Lamar?
Yeah. I just said what I read. You know what I mean? Like if somebody else say, something else, I mean, he could have said something else because I don't, I know Rich, but I don't know the pronunciation of his last name.
Hey, Pastor, just let AI be a 5-paragraph essay, man. AI can't.
AI is definitely writing 5 paragraphs, bro. If you see 5 paragraphs from me, if you see 5 paragraphs from me, and it's not about my life specifically, AI wrote it, bro. I'm just.
I never could let AI write a full thing for me because my writing is scatterbrained just like I am. So if AI is not mentioning how whatever we're talking about is connected to Women of the Evening or why the church is crooked,
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If it ain't about sex, money, or drugs, it ain't about nothing, bro.
Yeah, drugs, sex, and money. Another great podcast, by the way. All right, y'all, we out of here, man. Listen, next Friday we'll be here live. Check out the next episode of Stack Sats and Die Trying. Leave us some feedback. Just support everything we got going on, man. We appreciate you, Pastor, as always, man. We love and appreciate you, good brother. For those that won the last 2, make sure y'all send Pastor a shout out, man. Pastor is always pouring into our community, giving back to our community, and it's definitely appreciated. We like to give away Bitcoin, get people into the game, and keep stacking, man. Stack Sats or Die Trying. That's not this show, but that's the rallying cry, man.
Yeah, I think we need to turn that to a pod, bro. Like it's already a pod, but like I think it's already. It's not a pod. Man. It's a YouTube channel. We need to turn that to a pod.
Go. What's that?
Huh?
What's that? Well, that's a YouTube. It is a podcast. It's a podcast already. It's on our YouTube channel, and it's also on our podcast. Go to our podcast feed.
No. Technically it is, but I'm saying I'll talk to you.
No doubt. And by the way, if you want a Stack Sats and Die Trying shirt, you can get it at go to buythehood.com and click on our merch. We got the Stack Sats and Die Trying shirts too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great week. Stay safe out there, man. And we'll see y'all then, man. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.